Hello guys, once again welcome back to another Android application development tutorial. In the last video we already learned about how to place a search action view on the app bar. In this video here I am going to demonstrate how to filter a recycler view by placing a search view on the app bar. So here I already created an Android Studio project that contain a recycler view. So here in this project, this recycler view display a list of country names. So now here I am going to run the project. Now this project available on this virtual device. So here the recycler view display a list of country names. So now we are going to filter this recycler view by placing a search action view on the app bar. So the first thing, we need to add an icon for the search action view. So now here I copy this icon, go to Android Studio project. Here I am going to place that icon inside the map folder. I place it inside the HTTPI folder and change the icon name. Change icon name into IC search. Okay, so now we can create the menu for the app bar. So right click the resource folder and create a new Android resource file. Here I name it as toolbar menu and change the resource type into menu. Okay, so here a new folder is created called menu, and that folder contain our menu XML file called toolbar menu XML. Okay, now we can add the item. So in this XML file we need an additional XML namespace. So I copy the statement, change the namespace name into app. Here also we need to modify something. This one change into resource auto. Okay, so now here I am going to add the item. So here we need only one item, that is a search view. So here our search view is a search action view. So here I am going to add the item, specify title for the item. Here the title is search. Now specify ID for the item. Now we can specify the icon. Here the icon is IC search. So by using the newly created namespace we can specify a parameter show as action. Now we need one more flag. Here is called the collapse action view. Now we can specify the class name, action view class. Now go to the official documents of app bar. This is the class name for the search view. So now the menu item is ready. Now we can add this menu item to the app bar. For that, go to main activity. So here you need to override one method called on create options menu. So from this method we can inflate that menu resource. So get menu inflator and call the inflate method. Specify the menu resource file. It is toolbar menu. Here the second parameter is an object of menu. So from this method we need to return true, because here we inflate our own menu. So return true from this method. So now we can check it whether this menu working fine or not. Yes, that particular item, that search action view is available on the toolbar. So if you click that one, it will expand the entire action bar, toolbar. So now it is working fine. Now we need to filter this recycler view according to the input from the user. Okay, so first thing, we have to add an appropriate method inside the recycler adapter. So here I open the recycler adapter class. So here this is our list. So for performing the filter operation, here I am going to create a separate method, public void update list. This method needs one parameter. It is a list that contains some string values. I name it as new list. So here the source list name is names. So here I'm going to reinitialize that variable. So names equal to new array list. Now we can add the new data to this variable. So names dot add all and pass the new list. So here the data is changed. So we can call the method notify data as a change for update the list on the recycler view. Okay, so this is the only method need for performing the filter operation for the recycler view. Okay, now go back to main activity. So first thing, we have to get the input from the user. In order to get the input from the user, here inside main activity you need to implement some interface called onQuery text listener. So here you need to implement two methods. You need to implement these two methods, onQuery text submit and onQuery text change. Actually here we need only one method called onQuery text change. Anyway, we implement these two methods. So here I implement the two methods. So now we can register the search view to this listener. For that, go to the onCreate options menu, create some variables for menu item. So menu dot find item or dot id dot, here it is action search. Now create some variables for search view. So menu menu item to get action view. So here you need to cast this one into a search view. Okay, so now we can register the text change listener for the search view. So search view dot set onQuery text listener into this. So when user enter some input, we will get that input inside this method called onQuery text change. So from this method we can perform the filter operation. So first here create some variables, user input. So new text dot to lowercase. Okay, now here I'm going to create a list that contains some string data. I name it as new list is equal to new array list. Now here I start some for each loop. So inside main activity, our main array is names. This is the main array. So create a variable name and get each data from that array names. So now we can check for a similarity. So here check some condition. If name dot to lowercase dot contains the user input, in that case we can add that particular country name to the new list. So new list dot add and pass the name. Okay, so the new list available on this array list called the new list. Now we can update the list. So using the adapter object we can call the update list method and pass the array new list. So from this method we have to return true. Okay, so now the coding is finished. Now we can check it. So I run the project again. Okay, now the project available on this virtual device. Try to perform some search. Yeah, the search is working now. Australia, United Kingdom, United Arab Emirates. Yes. Okay, so this is how we filter a particular recycler view by placing a search action view on the up bar. I hope you understand these concepts. For getting more Android tutorial updates, please subscribe this channel now. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.